Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle and today I'm going to be sharing what I eat in a day, and then I will be sharing an update on my 100 Days of Encouragement Trim Healthy Mama devotional book, an update on what I learned for the week, and hopefully I'll actually get it done on time this week. So thanks for tagging along and let's get started with breakfast. All right, so my breakfast is the Fuel Pulse strawberry muffins, but then I added some frosting and I used the 1/3 fat cut up cream cheese and some xylitol. So it probably pushes it over into S, but that's okay because my coffee probably has a bit more cream in it to be an S, but there we go. My breakfast for the morning. Okay, so my lunch is chicken double fried rice. I found some of this still in my fridge, and today I'm eating up my leftovers. So there we go, an extremely yummy lunch. Okay, so this is my snack. I'm eating cottage cheese, and it has just a little bit of pineapple. And then I have a small grapefruit that I'm going to peel. There was a lady on the Facebook page that showed how to peel it and eat it without cutting it like a normal person does. If I can think of it, I'll link it. I probably won't, but I found it on the Facebook page. Just look up eating a grapefruit or something like that. And it was really good, and it's so good that way. You basically just take a knife and peel it and then cut where the membrane is to eat it, and it's so good. This is going to be my supper. It is the sunshine salad with oranges, cranberries, onions, almonds, and I used turkey instead of chicken. So it's going to be delicious. All right, so there we go. I have my what I eat in a day. I think I did pretty good. I wish that I had done more on my drinks, but I never remember to do that. Every single morning I wake up and I make spearmint tea, my dandelion coffee, sea and canary, and then I drink a quart of water. And then if it's a particularly long day or I'm gone, sometimes I will get coffee. And that's about it. So I drink, that's in the winter. In the summer, I have a completely different ritual that I do because I drink cold things, but that's for the summer. As I actually own 3 of the Trim Healthy Mama sippers. I have all 3 of the colors, and I will make GGMS, or I'll make, what's the other one? The converted sailor toddy in there to drink all day. I drink a lot of converted sailor toddy and a lot of GGMS in the summer. Not so much in the winter because I don't particularly like cold things when it's cold. So anyway, now the rest of my video I'm going to be talking about my favorite thing in the 100 Days of Inspiration. We worked. I am working my way through for 100 days. So this past week I did 41 to 47. So I'm going to read you one of my favorites, and it is from day 41 from Serene and Pearl, and it's talking about what is my lunch. And I'm just going to read you the part that stuck out to me the most, because it's not, I guess it's somewhat about Trim Healthy Mama, but it's just meals in general. So if you can't remember what you just ate because you wolfed it down so quickly, wait up. The hormone oxytocin is released when you're eating a relaxing meal. Of course, life is not perfect. Our days get crazy and none of us have a full hour for every meal. But we learn to slow down, sit down, and savor a meal whenever possible. Oxytocin is your natural stress buster and fighting all manner of disease. Eating good food is a relaxed atmosphere and releases higher amounts of this hormone. The scripture shares that Jesus and his disciples spent time relaxing at meals. There are times that he shared many of his precious truths. We all know the relaxed atmosphere does not happen on its own. So get proactive. Sit down while you eat. I don't know about you, but I always sit down when I eat. I don't think I stand very often. Well, I guess maybe that's not completely true. If I have a sore back, maybe I don't. But I don't like to stand up when I eat. I like to sit. Do your best not to multitask. I'll talk to you about that one later. Think about the wonder of the flavors and the fact that you're eating. Never do that. Chew before you swallow. I definitely do that. Choking on food, no thanks. Do your best to arrange your day so that your meals and snacks do not fall at the most chaotic times. That's a hard one. This doesn't always happen for me. Avoid arguing. This is why I don't do family meals. To me, we're always arguing. It's like, how do you not do that? Delay disciplining children while eating. That can wait unless there's a dire need. Yeah, that doesn't happen when you have little kids. And then avoid answering needless phone calls. So, yeah. It says, try making your next meal an occasion. If you don't remember the experience of your last meal, you'll be more inclined to consistently graze or snack because the emotional need of eating were not met. Some interesting thoughts in there. Do your best to not multitask. That's a tough one. I feel like so much of my life is multitasking. I don't like to do just one thing. Like if I sit down and watch a movie, I will fold the laundry, or let's see, when I'm meal prepping, I will watch something or listen to a podcast. When I'm cleaning, I'll do the same thing. I won't ever not multitask. I think it's because if I don't, I have a tough time focusing. So maybe that's why, that's how that works for me. Do your best. Yeah, think about the wonder of the flavors and the fact of what you're eating. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't know. I don't know. If I did that, I think that I would eat more, like, because you just focus on what you're eating. I tend to do better and not eat so much and wolf it down if I'm not just like focusing on my food. I don't know. I'm not saying that her advice isn't helpful. I'm just saying I don't know if that would work for me. We're all different. And then delay disciplining children while eating. Oh my goodness. I don't know how is it Serene? Yeah, because she's got little kids. How do you do that when your little kids are arguing and they don't want to eat their supper? It's like, I don't know how she does that. She's a better lady than me, I guess. I don't know. I just, I'm not saying all meals are stressful when you have little kids, but wow, lady. So Serena, if you see this, I don't know how you do it. Yeah, when my kids were small, I don't have terribly small kids now, but I still have, when we sit down to eat, it's still stressful because some person doesn't like the cabbage or the rice or whatever it is that I made. They don't like it. And then you have to sit there and wait for them to eat. And it's just like, seriously? So yeah, those are some insightful things that I can definitely work on, because a lot of them are not things that I have ever even thought to do. I deal with an issue when it comes up, and if it's during mealtime, it's during mealtime. Not that it happens all the time. I'm just saying it's like I wouldn't think to deal with it later. How do you not deal with it when it's supper and the food is the problem? I'm really not picking on you, Serene. Sorry. Wow, I just am really thinking about that. So yeah, that was probably the one that stood out the most for me, just because, yeah, I hadn't thought about dinner in that way. Sometimes I think about food too much, I want to eat too much, because it's like when you start thinking about food, oh, I want this and I want that, and I don't know. That's just a little bit different for me. And then the other thing that stuck out, which is something that if you're a trim healthy mama, you probably think about, But meals that are not centered around protein don't last long and your blood sugar goes splat. Protein keeps you fuller for longer, stabilizes your blood sugar, releases glucagon. Don't have any idea if I said that right. Which tempers the fat-storing hormones of insulin. So that's something, you know, because I've been on Term Healthy Mama since 2013. And I think that was like one of the first things that sticks out of my mind. It's like, make sure you anchor in protein. Because I remember having a sheet of paper and it's still hanging in my kitchen in one of my cabinets, about building your meal around protein. In fact, I had specific rules. If it was an S meal, I could do beef, and an E meal was chicken, because it was just easier for my brain to be, my E meals were chicken, because it would be chicken breast, and my S meals were beef, because that was the easiest way for me to do it. It's a little bit more work to rinse off your meat and to not do fatty meat, beef for any, and I don't typically eat a lot of fish. When I lived in the South, we were able to get fresh fish, and here you can't really, I mean, you can get it, but it's not as easily accessible to find. So anyway, just a little bit different, but it is something that takes a lot of getting used to for people, because I think a lot of times people start their meals with their carb. I know I used to, and it was just like, you know, I'm having peanut butter and jelly, and it's like, wait a minute, where's the protein? And what vegetables are you eating with it? And that's the thing that I'm really wanting to focus on is, my doctor was like, 2 vegetables and then 1 fruit. And it's like, yeah, because you have the 5 to 7 vegetables a day, and it's like, and fruit and vegetables. Not saying that that's the answer, but that was my goal for a while. So it's like, if I did 2 a day and then maybe did a fruit, it would balance itself out. And I still would like to do that. It's just, I think of corn as a vegetable, and it's not. And potatoes is not a vegetable either. Both of them are starch, and actually corn is a grain. So it's like having to reteach yourself what vegetables and protein and what they are. So it was definitely eye-opening for me. But anyway, those are the things that I took away from the 100 Days of Inspiration. So I don't know if anybody else is doing it with me, but if you are, share some things that you got out of it, and what did you learn, or what sticks out to you. So thanks for tagging along, and I'll see you next time. Bye!